Okay, y'all, let's look at another pre-trip tip. Yeah, I got another pre-trip tip for you. This is what I check anyway. You know how when you go into a weigh station and you get inspected or on the roadside, one thing that they're always going to look at is airlines. They're going to make sure there's no leaks, but they also are going to look to make sure that they're not rubbing anywhere. Right? There's lots of places where these airlines could be rubbing, and I'm going to show you a little bit here about one place that I think that a lot of drivers are either don't know about or more than likely have just forgotten about it, about checking it. Well, we're going to look at that in a minute. Let's look at the first thing between the tractor and the trailer. Okay, the first place you want to check is between the tractor and the trailer. Now, between the place where they're all connected and how they end up getting to the trailer, you got to have slack because the trailer turns. I mean, the tractor turns and it increases and decreases the space between the connections. Now, a lot of our tractors have the coil type, which makes it a little easier, but with these straight line lines, you got to do something with them. You got to hang them. So we get these hangers. You can hang them from the bar in the middle or wherever else is convenient for you. That way it stays off the catwalk. Now, some of our tractors have things that wind around the airlines that keep the whole thing in a bundle. And it's hard plastic, rubberized plastic. And supposedly if those touch, they're not supposed to be a big deal. But, you know, you get a DOT guy that's going to be picky, he might say something about it. Now let's move on to the dolly. So you get over here to the dolly, and this one's got, like I said before, the coiled airlines. And those pretty much can stay up off the dolly pretty easily, right? But like on these ones down here, they're straight. Sometimes they're not, most of the times they are. Sometimes they will rub on the safety chain, and there's really not a whole lot you can do. I guess you could twist the hose to get it up off there, but then someone might say about the twist, I don't know. But a lot of our dollies have the straight lines also on this side, on the, you know, from going from the dolly to the trailer, and they're going to rub. There's nothing you can do, and there's no way to conveniently hang these lines up off the dolly from back here. You can't run something between one trailer to the other. So they are going to rub, and I've never had anybody say anything about it. And I know I've had inspections when they're like that, but they haven't said anything about it. But you got to watch it. Now, the one place that I think drivers are forgetting, right? Especially, I think it's especially true on these pups. It may not be as much on a van. I've looked at our vans and they don't rub where I'm about to tell you. But one thing you got to look at is the airlines going back to the back axles for the brakes. So what you got to do is you got to look up underneath this trailer, right? And the only way to do it with these fairings on here is to crawl up under there kind of and look and see, make sure that the airlines are not riding on the axle. Now, this first picture I'm going to show you is this back trailer that I have, and when I checked it, you can see how they're up off the airline, not riding down on there, right? And I think if the pictures are what I remember, it does have an airline going into the axle. That is for the air equalization system. It runs the airline through the axle out to the hub and keeps both the tires the same pressure. I got a video on that too if you want to go back and look at that. Now on my front trailer, when I checked it, it's older and it's a little more wore out. And if you notice in this picture here, the airline is actually laying down on the axle. Now, they will get you for that, because if it's laying down on there, it could rub, wear through, then you got a big old air leak. So they're gonna write you up for that. So this one was laying down on the airline, on the axle. So I ran it by the shop. Guy got on a creeper, got up under there and zip tied it up off there, and I'm good to go. Now a lot of guys I don't think check this, and a place I think that they're really picky on it is during the DOT blitzes, the 72-hour one, Safe Drive USA, whatever they call them when they have them. I think that's when they're really picky. But we got a brand new weigh station out here, Lorraine, Texas, just opened up a few months ago, and I'm not taking any chances with a brand new weigh station. They might be more picky. But anyway, so when I find one like that, I run by the shop, less than 5 minutes, so you can have it up out of the way. So that's my pre-trip tip for today. As I stumble upon other things, I'll bring more to you. So go down in the description, check out all my links. Send me an email if you're interested in coming to work for Saya. I'll send you my referral information. Also down in the description is the Saya employment website. Go on there to apply. Please subscribe to this channel if you have not already. I'd appreciate that. Like this video for me, and we'll see you later.